So yes, today I talk a little bit about nothing real off topic, but what maybe can help you in a lot of things. For example, Gregor mentioned it before, so he was not aware of Canto. Therefore, I start with this presentation or with this project, so to speak. So for those who do not know me, so I am Andy. I'm with Bosch since 28 years roundabout, and I'm not too old into the open source world. I started about 8 years ago, so more or less a real newbie, and I would like to have a complete stack for some automotive ECUs, and therefore, yeah, this is also the reason why I'm here and try to bring that stuff forward. So I would like to tell you a little bit about the project. What is the automotive collection and why it was started? So some covered main topics, some examples, and of course at the end a little bit of a call of action. So we're there. So you have the QR code. You can come to the Git repo. It's currently not an Eclipse project, but I come to that later. So it's a collection of automotive OSS projects, not only automotive projects, but also some projects around them, which can help you to make a successful open source project. It's a trial to stop reinventing the wheel, but you have to know about the wheel. So therefore, this is the reason for this URL collection at the end. So some of the main topics I cover or I started to cover with that. It's currently about the OSS management, automotive software development and tools around that. A little bit of cloud, open hardware, some other cool stuff, and which is related maybe to automotive, and then some real hot topics, not related directly to automotive. So therefore, if you look a little bit more into the main topic of automotive software, then we have here a little bit about operating systems like ThreadX. We have some base software things, middleware communication protocols, communication software like U protocol, like OpenBSW, and a lot of more eCal. Then it's about interfaces and APIs like Covisa and Cuxa. Okay, Cuxa is an implementation of Covisa. Then about data management, we heard currently about the data space connector. Then some container software and service orchestration like Antios, and some non-Eclipse projects like for the in-vehicle infotainment development. So I found something that's called Pilot Drive. So for the development parts, I found a lot of things about architecture and design, like Eclipse Sirius, Sison, Sphinx, then the IDE like Thea, like the classical Eclipse IDE, Velocitas. Then we have testing and validation like OpenDOT, Skype. We have simulation tools, analytics, and of course a lot of more things. Then in the other cool stuff, so this was my from a former conference. I fell over the software heritage. They building a real big software archive, so there's more or less everything in there. It's really cool. So please have a look in their into their archive. Then about AI, we had also the combination of Antios with Eclipse Almos. Then, so also one of the triggers why I produced this project is I found in the former times where I was working in the autonomous driving section, also a link collection called Awesome Roboting Tooling, and therefore we have also cool stuff in there, and maybe some duplicate compared to my list, maybe some things which are not in my list and which in their list. So they are dealing, for example, also with communication and coordination, with requirements and safety and a lot more. So it's also linked in there. So yeah, I try to keep this presentation really short. What do you think about such a list? Is such a thing useful? And of course, if you have some projects, yeah, please contribute because it was really new. It was started in January. So the trigger was a colleague of mine who asked me, hey, I have here an automotive project I never heard about. Do we have a list and an overview about that? And then after for the research, I didn't find something. So therefore, let's start it. So please contribute. So for the contributions, as a contribution file within the repo. So I would not go too much into detail because everything is waiting for the network reception, I guess, and for the closing part or the wrap up. So therefore, just go over. So everything starts with a pull request, so to speak, fork, then categorize your project, add your project, then give a short project description, create the pull request at the end, and then, yeah, let's discuss and bring it into the mainstream. Create the pull. So, and as mentioned, it's not an Eclipse project right now. Do you think it should be an Eclipse project? So maybe due to the lack of information on my side, I know how to bring from company perspective a project into the Eclipse context. But for me as a private person, so it started privately, to be honest, how to deal with that. So therefore, I would happy to sign us an idea or you should look like.
I don't think it's much different from what we do when we created some as company project.
And the company, I have to get the approval that I'm allowed to do that, and then make a project proposal at Eclipse.
As a private person, you don't. It's even easier, I guess.
Okay.
You're a committer, Andy. You can do it as a committer.
Okay, then I know what to do the next days. Yeah, that's all from my side. And yeah, if you have further question, you can have a look into the project. Was one, two. Yeah, you found the project via the QR code. And if you have questions, you can also contact me right now or ask your question here. And yeah, thank you so much.
I think it's very useful. There are a lot of these link collections on GitHub. My experience is they usually quote something awesome, Rust awesome, whatever awesome. Maybe there is already automotive awesome. I don't know, which you can contribute to as well. I don't know.
Yeah, of course I can rename it. So it's currently one.
You know, maybe I was insinuating that it already exists. Automotive awesome. I don't know, but then you can change.
I can change it, of course. Yeah. And we can bring it to the list of awesome projects, so to speak. Sven, you had also a question?
Yeah, comment more. But
the same, more or less, question.
so it's rather a comment because I really like the idea of trying to somehow call it awesomeness. I think in the end of the day, it will be always very opinionated, like how you organize these things and what you put in there and whatnot. So I'm actually, even though I'm always in favor of putting things in the foundation, or like in this case, the Eclipse Foundation, I'm not sure whether in this particular case, it's maybe even better if it's in a more, I know Eclipse is vendor neutral, but neutral place. Because from an outside perspective, talking to other people, they are like, yeah, Eclipse is doing this, Eclipse is doing that, Eclipse thinking about these things. So maybe people don't really expect that other technologies outside of the Eclipse SUV ecosystem will be listed in that list. And I think your approach is more tailored to the whole automotive ecosystem. That's maybe the first point. And the second point, as I said, it's quite opinionated, and I'm not sure whether we, as an Eclipse SUV community, want to have the impression to outsiders that this is the overall aligned opinion of the Eclipse Foundation, even though it looks like that, or not the Eclipse Foundation, but the Eclipse SUV community. That's why I'm a bit drawn with saying that the Eclipse Foundation is the very right place for such a list. Just my 2 cents here.
Okay, thanks you.
It's very much in general. So the Federate project, it's collecting building blocks as well. No.
Maybe it's your cooperation at the end. Then
Okay, questions or remarks?
There is an awesome automotive GitHub repository.
yes. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks for that, and I have a look into that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, okay. Thank you.